Hello, intactivists. Today we have quite a bit of news in the intactivist world. Today we have Bloodstain Men news, Forun news, POTS news, Intaction news, and much more. So let's just jump right in. We are tracking the Bloodstain Men growth. They are currently at 5,299 followers. And if we compare that to last time, they were at 5,272 followers. That means week over week, they just had a 27% gain or 0.51% growth for intactivism. And that is awesome. That is really good. Now, on the flip side of this, however, with Bloodstain Men versus Forun, we might actually have to change up how we do the growth of intactivism, just because Bloodstain Men might be silenced for all of December, which means that we might need to find a new intactivist group to replace them if they do end up losing. Because if you look right here, Forun still has an amazing lead of 14%. So yes, they did lose a little bit of the lead. They were winning over 15%, but now they're down to 14% lead. But if Forun can pull this off and beat Bloodstain Men, they will be silenced, which means that we might be keeping track of Intact America. So we're going to be keeping track of Intact America and Bloodstain Men at the same time. So Intact America has 4,925 followers, which we'll be keeping track of them until the vote ends to see if Bloodstain Men does indeed lose the vote or if they end up winning. Keep in mind, guys, that you still have about 9 days left to go and vote. So if you want to go ahead and get your friends involved and spread this on social media and, push them to vote, maybe that could change it. Forun has about a 10 vote lead on them. You still have time, but hey, I guess may the best organization win. Now, in Forun news, as you can see right here, Forun has raised $29,537. Now, that might seem decent, but however, if we compare that to last week, they had $29,401, which means that Forun only gained a mere $136 the past week. That's not that good. So they got less than $20 a day. Things are really slowing down for Forun right now. So hopefully there is a big donor that hasn't heard the news about the sheep trials that Forun needs to fund, and hopefully he finds out and can fund the other $15,000 that they need. Who knows? Christmas is coming up, so there might be a Christmas miracle. All right, and in GALDEF news, we are going to be making a video defending them, mostly using David Candela's arguments because they were really good, and also looking into more of GALDEF and trying to put together a very good defense for GALDEF. But we are still waiting for the world to reply back to POTS to see if they are indeed implementing circumcision techniques to prevent HIV and AIDS. But we have not heard back from them yet, and it's been about 2 weeks. So we don't know if we're going to go on air without that information or if we're going to go and just wait for them. I'm thinking we're going to wait for them because it's kind of a big piece of the puzzle, right? Let me know down in the comments if you think we should just defend GALDEF without that knowledge, or if you think GALDEF's partner of the we, if they are circumcising nonprofit, if that matters or not to the actual movement. Yeah, let me know down in the comments. I have a feeling you guys think that would matter, but maybe you don't. I don't know. All right, and speaking of things that aren't going very well, if you look here on the Amazon order ideas, we have gotten no orders at all. Since the 11th of October. We've gotten no orders since the 11th of October. We have gotten, from the Amazon order ideas, there's been really no orders, which really isn't that good, guys. That's bad. That's horrible. I'm quite transparent with you guys. You can see our Amazon right here. This is what we have from the 1st to the 21st. We've gotten 4 items shipped. That's it. And POTS only got $1, and we're giving 15% away. And the only reason why we have these is because this is the financial crowd of POTS. So the financial crowd of POTS, they're in a super separate social media, if you will. They're ordering through POTS, which is awesome, and they are definitely helping quite a bit. But yes, so the intactivist side of the Amazon order ideas is just not doing very well at all, and we need to make at least $5 in 2 months to be able to donate something. So we need to make at least $5 so we can donate something in 2 months. So please, guys, if you know Christmas is coming up, Black Friday is here, if you want to order something, please go to Amazon Order Ideas and let us know. All right, and there is this amazing new intactivist rap star named Nick Legro. Nick Legro is pretty dope, and he's pretty cool. And I'm going to play his stuff for 15 seconds so you guys can hear it.
But I'm a little suspicious of all these superstitions and religious opinions. For instance, circumcision. Really? Is that customary? Seems so scary and arbitrary. They cut the skin that hides the tip in anticipation that
Yeah, so I'm not going to play the whole thing, obviously, just 10 seconds, because I'm not trying to get copyrighted. If you want to see this dude on YouTube, nickname Cut It Out, Checkmate Productions. It's a 2-minute, 35-second song. It's really dope. This is where I found it. So you guys can go ahead and type in nickname Cut It Out, Checkmate Productions. So yeah, you guys can go ahead and support him. If you guys can find him, that would be awesome. He does make amazing music. It's really awesome that we have an intactivist rapper now. And in case you guys missed it, there is an Intact pack that is an offshoot from Intaction. So this is what it looks like, the website. I'm going to summarize this for you guys because I'm not going to read all this for you. It's the Health Equity Campaign, established in 2020, is a nonprofit legislative advocacy organization focused on promoting health equality and reducing systematic health and social inequities in the United States. It addresses issues related to the business practices of healthcare systems, insurance companies, and the influence of profit-driven motives on patient care. This campaign is specifically concerned with the unnecessary practice of routine infant circumcision. So if you guys want to go ahead and look at all this, you definitely can. It's from intaction.org/intact/. You guys should be able to find it. And keep in mind that your donations are not tax deductible here. So, and the minimum support level is $50. So you have to at least put $50 in, and this is not tax deductible. But hey, you know what? It's for a good cause anyways. All right, guys. So I ran a poll in my Discord, and out of 50 people, 15 people answered it, which is awesome. And about 2/3 of you guys have voted that intactivism has lots of flaws, barely making an impact on the grand scheme of things, but better than waiting around doing nothing. Now, granted, that is not that great to hear, obviously. There was a few that thought that intactivism has some flaws, but we are doing really well, and that's good. But the majority thought that we had lots of flaws and that we're barely making an impact. So that's not exactly great. And also, letter D, it was dumpster fire. Intactivist groups are wasting their time. If you think intactivist groups are wasting their time, you wouldn't have replied to this survey because you probably wouldn't have been in the POTS Discord. So I'm sure that there are intactivists that definitely do think that intactivism, protesting, and what, other activist efforts are doing are just a complete waste of time, but they're not going to answer this poll because why would they be in a Discord? Because obviously they would think POTS isn't doing anything either. But if you look at A, it being fantastic, keep it up, wouldn't change it, I feel like we would have at least somebody being like, oh yes, this is fantastic, keep it up. But we don't actually have anybody who said that. I feel like there's a pessimism around intactivism. I've talked to many of you guys personally about it, and I do like the feedback. And I have gotten lots of feedback from people about why they think that things are doing not so great. And, I might put this out in some videos here soon. Who knows? Anyways, and in other POTS news, we do have a new video series coming out, which we're going to be making the top 10 MVPs of intactivism. We're going to be doing that here soon. We are almost done. The assistants and the jars are still voting. We just need to nominate one more person to be in the 10th person. And once we figure that out, because there's so many good people, it's so hard to narrow it down to just 10. We will give it to you guys, and you guys can all vote on who you think number 1 is. And then next week will be number 2. And then we'll just make videos on them once a week about who they are, what they did for intactivism, etc., etc. So stay tuned for that. And yeah. So anyways, guys, we have a lot more things up ahead, a lot more news, a lot more interviews. So you don't want to miss a thing. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more information. Thank you for watching. Bye.